I wanted to give you guys a health update of mine, if you will, because I have told you guys about my heart issue. I've told you guys about my back issue. I've told you guys about my foot and leg issue. And I remember when I was on You Now, a lot of people were asking, like, how are you doing with your health? How's your back? How's your heart? And not a lot of people were on You Now because not a lot of people know I have a You Now. So the first thing I want to start with is my back. A long time ago, I'm not going to go into the dirty deets, but I got diagnosed with several things at once: a swollen spine, hip bursitis, and a bulge slash slip disc. And the doctor said, since you got a slip disc, you got a bulge disc, they're a lot of the same, but he said that since you get them one time and it's really that bad, it's gonna come back, randomly in your life. And I was like, shit. So it does come back randomly, and sitting all day at work definitely doesn't help, but I normally do not take medicine when it comes to things. I could have the worst headache in the world, I will not take medicine. I didn't take medicine for my back for the longest time, for years, and finally I was just like, I'ma suck it up. I actually took medicine for my back. About the minute it started hurting, I decided to take medicine, and I'm not used to medicine, so it works on me pretty well, and ever since then my back's been fine. I'm super happy about that. I randomly get a little pain, but it's nothing compared to what it could be and what it has been. Is dun, 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 my, what was it? Where am I even at with this? My heart issue. As you guys know, I went to the hospital because my heart was beating irregularly, and I was kind of scared about it. I didn't know what was happening. I took a bunch of tests, yada, yada, yada. Turns out everything is fine. All my tests came back normal. No thyroid issue, no swollen heart, enlarged heart, which I was really nervous about. No diabetes, nothing besides the EKG was a little funky, clearly. I already forgot what it's called. It's a few letters, it's just a weird heartbeat. And the doctor explained to me that happens to a lot of people, and a lot of people don't even notice. And the fact that I noticed is a good thing, because I went to the doctor and he was praising me because of that. And I was like, yeah. He said a lot of people ignore heart issues, which is kind of scary. Anyways, he said it was really just because of stress and anxiety and stuff like that, because at the time I was going through a lot of stress and anxiety. And the question is it better now? And I don't want to say yes and I don't want to say no. I'm just going to say it's the same, because I honestly feel it pretty much, I wouldn't say all the time. I feel like I'm getting used to the feeling, so I'm not sitting there noticing it, but it still happens. I got super, super sick, and I had to go to the hospital. I was puking and having diarrhea about every 3 minutes. I suffer from gallstones, and I was having really, really bad sharp cramps and just horrible sharp pains in my upper abdomen area. I was worried that my gallbladder was infected, which is actually something you really need to get taken care of if that's the case. So I ended up going to the hospital, and the doctor's actually like, I'm very glad you came here because you have a really bad stomach virus. I'm going to give you a shot and I hope it helps. And honestly, it did not help. I have been puking and having diarrhea, I'm sorry for the TMI, for over 24 hours. I do want to say though, I'm very glad I haven't puked yet today. Yesterday, it was so bad. About every 3 minutes, I was puking at least 4 times, and it's just, I know something wasn't right. And when you're puking a lot, you're supposed to drink a lot of water. So I was trying to drink, water, but every time I drink water, it would just come back up. It's been miserable. I'm still gonna have a weigh-in for you guys. Today is the first. It was supposed to be super exciting. I was gonna wake up and start this journey with you guys, my weight loss journey, and just, it's a new year, it's 2018, and I wanted, to start off on a good note, and it seems like I've really started off on a bad note. We'll have a weigh-in today. I'm gonna set up my Fitbit. I have literally no energy to go grocery shopping, so I'm probably just gonna eat like a Kind bar or something if I do eat, because food right now sounds absolutely horrible. Like this, I'm just really sick right now, and I'm trying my hardest to rest and feel better. Stomach viruses are no joke. And when I was at the ER, there was it was actually a little girl, she was a baby, who was having the same symptoms as me. And then when I was about to leave, there was this older man who was having the same symptoms as me. And he was in there puking, and you could hear it. You know, the most embarrassing part is when I was at the hospital, their bathroom is right next to the emergency room waiting room, and I went in there and I was like puking in the bathroom, and I came out and Becky's like, everyone heard you. It sounded like you were doing it like right here. And I was just like, oh my God, that's so embarrassing. It's definitely like a virus that's going around, and I hope it just doesn't last any longer because I am miserable. This is kind of weird, and this is one of the things that I used to get hated on for the most, was people would make fun of my hand and how fat it was. I know this is like so random and you guys are probably like, what? But this hand right here, as you guys can tell, like of course, like I have fat chunky hands, like whatever. But this one, this is the hand that I usually point with, that you guys see the most in my videos. And something I used to get hated on a lot was, oh my gosh, she looks like Pillsbury Doughboy, or she looks like she has, you know, just really fat hands, like this whole thing. This is something I've never talked about before. I have a huge cyst right here in my hand, and it's actually causing this hand to be swollen. And lately it's been bothering me a little bit, and I'm thinking about going to the doctor, just seeing like if there's anything she can do about it, because it has been bothering me. I never mentioned this before. I tried to ignore the hate, but that is why this hand is very, very big right here, because I do have a really large cyst. I wish you guys could feel it. Some days I forget that I have it, and I just am like, oh my God, my hand's so swollen. Sometimes it's worse. And just lately it's just been kind of bothering me, so that's been frustrating. So another thing I want to talk about, which is why I haven't really been myself lately, I feel like, I don't know if it's apparent to you guys, but what time is it? Okay, I need to take my medicine soon. I have been accidentally skipping my medicine a few times. I need to stop doing that. Ooh, so I need to keep remembering that. But I have irregular periods. I have really irregular periods. I'm even questioning why I'm even gonna tell you guys about this, but I'm a pretty open book on here. So it's because of my weight. I have been to the doctor about it. My hormones, when you're obese, especially as big as me, your hormones are not gonna be normal at all. So my like period is very weird. I can go months without it. I could spot just a tiny bit every single day for a month. I could have a regular period for an hour in like 3 months, and that's it. Like, there is no pattern, there's no rhyme or reason, there is no nothing. So I think it was 4 days ago, I woke up, and if you're a girl, you know how it feels to have, why am I talking about this? You know how it feels to have, you know, stuff come out, like blood clots. So it was like really bad, and I was like, wait a minute, what? So I got up, I went to the bathroom, and it looked like a crime scene. Oh my God, this is so gross. This is not gonna get monetized. To put it lightly, I had to stand in the shower for over an hour and just let it flow. God, this is wrong. This sounds so wrong. Long story short, this happened 2 days in a row, and it was really bad. Like, it was terrifying how much blood I was losing. And I can't even exaggerate how much it was. It was terrifying. Things like that though, like, I didn't go to the doctor or anything, but I told myself if it happened a third time, because it happened 2 days in a row, then I was gonna go. But it's been 2 days since it happened. Please, let's just make it not happen. happen again, because it's scary, and I had to eat a lot of like iron-rich foods. I was feeling lethargic from it. I was feeling pretty miserable. You can only like assume. So I was just not myself, and I'm sure you guys can tell in some of the videos. Like, I was just feeling like absolute crap. Like, it wasn't fun. The next thing I want to talk about is my weight loss. Well, my weight gain, really. I do have a new starting weight, which I've been telling you guys that I will talk to you guys about. I fucking hate this. I hate this so much. I don't know I don't know if it's like because of the whole period situation. I don't know if I was experiencing PMS or if I literally was just binging 24/7. I don't know what was going on with me, but oh God, I weighed in, I don't even want to say it. I feel like if I don't change now, I'm never gonna change, and I will reach 600 pounds for sure. By the way, the last time I talked about my weight, I accidentally said 593 and people like ran with it. I meant to say 493. I've never been 593. I'm about to tell you the highest that I am currently. So anyways, so the other day, this was, God, how long ago? Yeah, I think it was the same day that my whole scary blood situation was happening. I weighed myself that morning, and I weighed myself that night. Yeah, it was at nighttime. It was 514.4. That's the highest I've ever weighed. 514.4. And it was at night. So I was like, oh, it's okay. I probably just gained, 10 pounds from all the food I ate today. So I was trying my hardest to be like, oh yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is. Okay. So I weighed myself the next morning, and I was 5'11", and I was like, wow, this is real. Remember in the video, it was a vlog from maybe a couple months ago or just like a month. I don't even know. I'm bad with timelines. But I wasn't taking my mood stabilizer because I told you guys that they wouldn't give me a refill because I need to see the nurse, and it was like this whole thing. So my mood was very low. I haven't been in the mood to like vlog, but since I was doing mukbangs, I had all these mukbangs I could still upload, and while I was uploading those, I've actually been having some glorious days. I went to the mall the other day and I actually walked around. I went into stores, and I'm like super proud of myself. But I want to be completely transparent. Me and Eric do streaks on Snapchat, and wherever we are, we'll take a picture, we'll send it. You guys know how streaks work. And when we were at the mall, Eric took a picture of me, because we'll do that sometimes. Like if we're near each other, we'll like take funny photos of each other, or just like a regular photo, like it doesn't even matter. So for his streak towards me, he took a picture of me. And when he does that, like, he doesn't look at me and think of me as like a big person. Like, he looks at me like I'm his friend, So to him, it didn't mean anything. But when I saw the photo, I was like, the best word I could describe it is like, I just feel like grotesque. And it really put into perspective like the damage I've done to my body. And my lymphedema has completely made me not even look like a human anymore. And it's kind of like low-key scary. I've gone to the doctor 4 times in the last 2 weeks. I've seen my psychiatrist, and it's just like I've done a lot, and I'm just like not vlogging it. What was I even like talking about? I remember now. I wanted to say that I have been back on my mood stabilizer. I think it's been about 2 weeks, and I already feel so much better on it. Honestly, I was diagnosed with depression my whole life. And now that I was diagnosed being bipolar, which was the right diagnosis, it has honestly changed my life because like all the antidepressants I was taking like never worked for me at all. And now that I'm on a mood stabilizer, it honestly works so well. Sometimes I like cry about it because I'm so grateful, because it was hard. Like who I was like off the mood stabilizer, like that was my normal. So it's like I almost felt like that's how I was supposed to feel on a daily basis. But now that I'm like getting better with seeing a psychiatrist and being on medicine, it's like, oh, that's how I'm supposed to feel. I feel like I'm rambling. Wow. So the reason why I have not made a weigh-in video is because I'm afraid of the backlash. I want my channel to be more about me and not always my body. I'm ashamed, even though I shouldn't be ashamed. Ultimately, I should not be scared to come on my channel and talk about anything to do with my life, especially my eating disorder and my food addiction. I shouldn't have to live in fear that people are going to judge me. So as you guys can see, I have gained a good chunk of weight. I'm now only down 30 something pounds when originally I was down over 91 or something like that. So I've gained a pretty big chunk of weight. I feel it all over my body, in the way that I breathe, in the way that I do things. I feel absolutely disgustingly miserable. I can't even express how horrible I feel. I feel so horrible, and I'm going to get tons of backlash and tons of hate about my weight gain, and whatever you guys have to say to me, I feel a million times more than you feel it. I literally hate myself right now. There's absolutely no way that you hate me or are disappointed in me or let down by me more than I am let down and hate myself. I can blame it on a million different things. Having a hysterectomy, emotionally eating due to the fact that I can't have a kid. That has been so heavily on my mind lately, that the fact that I can't carry a child has really messed with my mental health. That's a whole other topic. I can blame the stupid estrogen that I have to take. I can blame my eating disorder and my mental health. I can blame all this stuff, which, you know, it does have a lot to do with the weight gain, but ultimately the only person I can blame is myself.